Now we have to go to the park, talk to the person that we need to talk to, and this person is still running in place. I don't know. I still don't know why. Very busy. Alright, we need to go to grandfather's room. I think that's pretty important. Or rather, well, it's how we get the second journal, but it's also how we get... Well, it's how we do another step in getting the final ending, I believe. That's what we need to do. Alright, let me save, just in case I mess up, I guess. I don't think I'll mess up, but maybe I will, I don't know. Anyway, we get this journal right here. And we read this. We learned about the Scarlet Fairy and how Albert sacrificed Monica, most likely. And have a look at this. Alright. Something's, I don't know, like, what happens, like weird field, but I guess, anyway. I think we can examine this. Yeah, there's something hanging from the lamp. Got a silver necklace. And that's probably the final item that we need? Or maybe not the final item, but it's the item that we can't miss before getting the final ending, I think. Master. And it's kind of sneaky because you're in the story anyway. You're kind of ushered out of the room, but actually you have to explore a little more just to get that item too. Anyway, I guess we can equip it too. Probably better than the, well, actually, it's not. The golden ring is actually better than the silver necklace or the bronze brooch or brooch or whatever. Which I guess makes sense, because golden, bronze, silver... I don't know. Anyway. Alright, this is where we part ways. Alright. It's a very important step I think we need to do here. We need to head to the inn. Alright. Again, this is all very obscure, but, well, whatever. And, good luck, dear. Treasure hunter. Remember to sit down sometimes. Your inn room is very valuable, like a strong... Okay, so actually, maybe I should have checked this before, but I guess Sophia does give us little hints. Yeah, she does give little hints on how to get the other ending, so I guess it's not that obscure. There's at least hints in the game itself. Spin frog. Alright, we skip all of this, skip all the conversations, the inspectors, and we talk to her, I think. My, look what we have here. The fact that you have that necklace shows you are close to finding the truth of this place. The person before you wanted all of this, while you wanted all of this town to know everything. I don't know why I read that weirdly, anyway. But I think you can imagine who stopped him in his tracks. You must be frustrated with all this running around, but convolution diverts those who are just curious with nothing but personal gain in mind. Take this. Got the paper slip. The last book you need is very close. Good luck, dearie. Alright. Well, I don't need your luck. I read the guide. Which is, I guess, it's sort of cheating. But, oh well. Oh well. And let me save one more time. And alright, it's in the room. And where's the paper slip? 4. 4. You rattle the desk's top and notice there's a space inside. There's a book with a combination lock on it, so we don't have a key this time. Enter a code? Well, we know 4. 1974? I mean, I'm assuming it's popped up a lot, so 1970 and then 4. Oh, the lock open, okay. Most of the pages are intact, but only the first few pages have text. Okay, 23rd of June, 1974. It's not a very safe combination. It's literally the date of your journal. Anyway. I've managed to avoid capture for almost 3 weeks now, but I fear my time is up. For whoever may find this journal, I shall tell you the greatest hidden truth of this wretched town. The Scarlet Fairy is powered by the soul of a long-dead witch. For centuries, the witch's power has been abused by the Ditmar family and her soul tortured over their endless acts of violence and aggression. The Ditmars have been killing each other for the power of immortality for hundreds of years, and the spirit of the witch has slowly corrupted due to the cruelty she's been the center of. I've also found out Ditmar developed a blood spell in which he feeds the fairy the blood and the soul of a victim to keep her under control. It seems my sister was the first to die in his ritual. I'm so tired. It's only a matter of time before Ditmar finds me and kills me. He knows I know more than I should, so he'll try to stop me. However, I found an ally or two to hide my journals and leave some clues you've probably already found. But I can't let them know too much, or I'll get them killed too. So whoever finds this journal from Ditmar Mansion and reads this, please, tell everyone the truth. If you cannot do that, give my journals to those who will. My sister died because of Albert Ditmar wanted to live forever. Countless others have died because of the Ditmars wanted something so vain as eternal life. Or eternal life, anyway. I don't care how the townspeople react. I don't care if they revolt against them. Deny the truth or don't care one bit. I want them to know. I want them to make their own decision. My name is Gerald Blas. My sister was called Monica. She was a wife and the mother of a boy called Thomas. She was killed and turned into Albert Ditmar's personal doll. Please, put her to rest. The writing ends there. There's a photo in between the last pages. Gerald, Monica, and Dad. Alright, we have all the pieces, we have all the journals, and I think that's what we need to unlock the final truth. And what we need to do now is, well, beat the game. Miss Fortune? Yeah? Sorry, it's just I was thinking. About the journals we found? There's a lot to think about. I suppose the secret behind the fairy was a real heavy one. And I suppose the corruption of the spirit inside would explain the weird fairies and Ditmar's goons falling apart. Right, but there's a lot I don't even know even now, and it makes me worried. Kid, if you keep worrying like that, you'll give me gray hairs. If you want to find out all the answers, we have only one choice. To face grandfather? Yep. My grandfather is supposedly immortal. We have to face him. How are we gonna ever match him? Beat the crap out of him? But if he's immortal, he'll be healed before we do any significant damage. Then talk him out of it? I don't think he'll listen to us. Threaten, extort, and bribe. Or bride? I think it's bribe, not bride. Unless you want to marry Albert, I guess. I don't know. Are you even taking this seriously? You say that like that's something I do. You're insufferable, Miss Fortune. Wow, thanks. But joking aside, if you want to find all the answers, we have to face Ditmar. Sure, I'm kind of curious too, but I just want to get my job done. Your job? To steal the crystal. What else? Is that really a job? If you consider it self-employment, it is. Huh. So something in your mind? Well, it's nothing. Let's go. You know, there's a bit of unique dialogue every time we get a different ending, but he always asks if we have a place to belong to, and, well, that little, like, I guess, I don't know what the word is, that omission, it tells me, that's the implication is that Franz has his place with Abigail, maybe. I don't know. A stand of carvings. Examine. It's like an altar. Its markings are the same as the ones we found in the notebook. Rituals mentioned in the journal. Where's the statue? It's with Albert. We're already as far as we can go. I know you're here, so come on out already. So this time she calls him out. How impudent. Grandfather, have you been following us? You found out too much to not keep an eye on. In the end, it looks like I have to do this myself. Grandfather, Franz, despite knowing the truth, you still side with that woman. You certainly are no true Ditmar. The truth? The truth that the power of the fairies from the tortured soul of an innocent person? If anyone has had to suffer for the sake of that power, I don't want it. How short-sighted. You want to reject all of this power, this privilege bestowed upon the Ditmar family. You make me sick. Not that I would expect anything from the son of an outside tramp. How dare! I only took you and your mother in because I believed you'd be of some use to me. But Sarah became too curious, just like you now. But unlike you, she ran away when things became too dangerous for herself. She up and selfishly left, trying to convince herself it was to protect her equally worthless son. Well, such a tramp was not worthy of the fairy's protection anyway. Oh, shut your mouth. More people have suffered because of that damn crystal than benefit from it. And that woman, Monica? You use your own damn wife in some ritual and turn her into some personal army. What do you think you know? If the ritual is left unperformed, the fairy will go out of control. The Fleischfin start appearing, and the healing power becomes unstable. But if we satisfy her lust for blood, we can appease that corrupted spirit for a time. Monica's spirit just happened to meet my needs at the time. But she is the woman I love. So how could I ever give her up? Still, I was surprised the fairy could rebuild her entire body after all that. Not to mention multiple bodies from nothing but partial bits and pieces. Truly, the fairy's a miracle bestowed upon us. You're gross as hell. I've only met the two of you, but I'm already sick of your bloodline. No offense, kid. I don't expect you to understand, woman. This power is intoxicatingly incredible. Resisting it will be against the very nature of the family's name. Well, I don't need it. Why have people had to suffer for a power like this? This is nothing but wrong. Grandfather, you have to stop this. Hey kid. Ridiculous. You sound exactly like your father. What? Thomas. He came back here a few years back when you still lived outside. He said things exactly like you have right now, like he was any better than me. What? What are you... I ended his troublesome life. He had already betrayed me. No, us. All by leaving and marrying some tramp from the outside. And then he came back to play the righteous man and even attempted to destroy the fairy. Do you know what I do with people like that, boy? They become sacrifices, because it's the only thing those miserable rats are good for. Your father, Monica, even you. If you dare betray me, the only thing you're good for is dying and becoming sacrifices. People like you deserve it. No. I should have known you could never amount to anything. Oh. Okay. I'm getting tired of your bullshit. So, I've decided to end your shitty one-sided dialogue. But people like you are so stuck in their old ways that they don't even realize how screwed up their entire world is. And people like you ought to be taught a good long lesson with some good old ass kicking. And besides, that power doesn't suit you at all. So your precious fairy will be mine. How conceited, woman. How utterly conceited. Who the hell do you think you are? Why, let me tell you. I am Abigail Fortune, the world's most wanted phantom thief, and I'm here to steal your greatest treasure. Kid, get ready. Yes. Alright, this is it. The final battle. Probably. Hopefully. Alright, let's take some supplements. Epic battle and eat some vitamins. Yeah. Keep using the Masquerade, that's probably the hardest hitting attack. Bash his skull in with Franz's bat. It's pretty brutal when you think about it. But then again, he has, you know, ultimate power because of the fairy, so it probably doesn't hurt him too much. We just want to knock him out, you know, defeat him. Actually, I was wondering, let's see. I still never used this this chocolate bar, which, well, actually I don't have it anymore. Oh, I thought I was gonna use the chocolate bar at the very end, and it probably does something funny, but actually I don't have it anymore. That's weird. Huh. Well, whatever. I guess we'll never know what that chocolate bar really was. The true mystery of this game. Let's just beat him up. Actually, our buffs are gone. Let's power up again. Oh no, his laughter. Scarlet Peacock. Ah, missed. Come on. Goes darker. Blinded. Ah, that's pretty bad, I think. Well, actually, let me use some items. Might as well. Oh, okay, never mind. He is defeated. Phew. You doing okay, kid? Yeah. My grandfather's tougher than I thought. Futile, futile, futile. You feeble idiots. Did you really think you could kill me? Oh. No. Can we even beat him? Fuck this. Let's just take the ferry and run. It's not like he can chase us forever. But we're both exhausted. We won't be able to run for far either. Ah, crap.
How utterly conceited. Struggle all you want, but where you will end up will be no different.
No.
Let me... Nani?
And once again, he gets utterly destroyed by the Scarlet Fairy. Or the person inside the fairy, I guess, the witch.
Ditmar, Streb.
Blech. Again. Well, I guess there's no happy ending for Albert. He is a pretty horrible person, so... Well, it's pretty fitting. What the... The Scarlet Fairy.
You're... Cedar von Dietmar.
Is that who I think it is? Actually, it probably is. The Scarlet Fairy. We come in peace? Are you serious right now?
Easy, Mr. Bun.
Looks like we can't talk our way out of this. No. Don't go shaking your boots, kid. You want to save her, don't you? I do. All those centuries trapped in a place like this. All that pain, hatred, despair, and malice. The fairy, the real fairy, doesn't deserve any of it. So I'll save her, no matter what. If that's what you're gonna do, then I won't stop you. I have a plan that may work, but we have to fight her a little to make our odds as good as we can. Just don't get killed in the meanwhile, alright? Yes, same goes for you. Heh. Now let's go. Alright, it's the true final boss. Blah! The Scarlet Fairy blocks the way. And I guess, oh, we're at full everything, so that's good. Alright. So I guess what we're gonna do is buff up. And then attack. The lost pain returns. Now silence. That's not good. I guess we can use our items. So let's use... what was it? Yeah, this one. Cheesecake. Heal our ailments. Oh, 470 damage. I think we crit as well. That's pretty good. Oh, we're confused though. Huh. Now I gotta use another cheesecake. Stuff the cheesecake in our mouths. And might as well increase our defense. Oh, again, another crit. Amazing. Masquerade and home run. Oh, it's confused. Let's bash her in again, or her. Well, it's a witch, right? So it's a her. All right, we did it! Hooray! Oh, has it calmed down? This is our chance. Oh, here we go. Oh, this better work, you son of a bitch. She has a different mask now? I think the healer's mask worked. I guess all we needed to do was cast a healing spell on her. Oh, whoa. Who are you? You. You can speak properly now? Just a minute ago, you spoke in some weird old German. I see.
My mind still feels strange. I feel as if I've slept for a long time.
Excuse me?
Oh, are you a Ditmar?
What? Yes, I am.
I knew it. I can feel your blood is that of a Ditmar's. My destiny is deeply intertwined with theirs, you see.
So, are you the Scarlet Fairy?
Yes. My, that name is so incredibly nostalgic.
Well now, never would I have thought that beneath that mangled shell there'd be a pure white maiden.
You are truly peculiar. Who in the world are you?
Maybe we should start with you. You have a name, don't you? Something more human than Scarlet Fairy?
You are indeed strange, yet kind, in your selfish way. I know. I will answer. I am Elsie de Herlin. I am the splendid healer of the court of Von Dietmar. I am in your grace.
Well then, Els, would you mind if I stole you away?
Steal me away? So a thief skillful enough has finally arrived to take me. I'm sorry, my thief, but I cannot let you take me.
Huh?
You must understand. My entire life and death I dedicated to my ability to heal. When the Count moved his estate to this valley due to his son's worsening illnesses, he discovered me, a poor peasant girl living in the middle of a dead valley, struggling to just survive. But who could miraculously cure almost any injury and relieve any illness? Finally, I could use my powers for the sake of someone else. The Count adopted me into his court, and I spent all my days by his son's side. But soon, an illness started plaguing my own body. When I realized it spread faster than I could heal it, I became frightened, but I knew I had to keep healing. Because my abilities are all I am worth. Even when my limbs and face rotted around me, even when it took all I had to just stay alive, even when the Count sealed my blood and soul into a crystal, I still had worth, a motive to exist. I did not care if my heart would break in the process.
So you don't want to leave? But isn't it a sad fate to remain in the crystal for the rest of time? Stuck in a place like this alone?
Nonetheless, this is my duty. As long as I remain here, the people here will stay healthy and happy. All I want is for them to be happy.
All you're giving them is a false sense of security.
Huh?
All they're doing here is passively float along the stream of life and worship the ghosts of some little girl. A life's not worth living without hardships and excitement. Only after having a hard time you can know the joy at its truest form. But with you around, all these people just stay in this valley for the entirety of their lives without any hardships. Not really living.
Oh, is my existence a hindrance to them?
The thing is, they themselves don't realize it. If they lost their little protector tonight, they'd probably hate me for it. But the rest of the world will love me anyway, so who cares about some ass-backwards German village?
Truly, you are incredibly peculiar. What? The ritual the Count used to seal me was highly imperfect. He was no mage or wizard himself, after all. If I became powerful enough, the moment I lost my desire to stay here, I could break free. And because I have nothing to hold me back here anymore, I suppose you're right. The Count, Conrad, Aldehyde. There are so many I wish to see again. There's so many I need to face as well. But before I leave, please tell me, my dear thief, who are you?
I'm Abigail Fortune, the world's greatest gentleman thief.
Abigail Fortune. Abigail, my thief. I'm so glad to have met you. Thank you. Wait! Thank you so much for everything you've done for this place. You are very kind, young Ditmar. Remember to never let it go. It's over.
Well, looks like the excitement overwhelmed the poor kid. Wait, Old Man Didmar? Nons. Franz. Franz? Huh? What's... Oh, are you feeling alright? Can you stand? I think so. What happened? We're not sure. The journalist woman brought you here, all passed out. She said something had happened to your grandfather, and I couldn't find him anywhere. She brought the fairy with her too, but we haven't seen her since then. Oh, where is it? In that box which you're holding. Oh, right. Got the statue box. Was it all a dream? If it wasn't, why is grandfather? The festival opening ceremony is supposed to start any minute now, but Albert is nowhere to be seen. I know it's sudden, but could you possibly stand in for him? Oh, I can try. Let me just get ready. Alright. Talk to that lady detective when you're ready. Alright, I guess. I know, it seems like, was Albert fine? I think he was healed by the fairy, and well, I guess the fairy's gone forever now. Is it? Well, I assume the fairy either returned to nature, or at least, well, she was a witch originally, right? So, I don't know, did she die, or did she simply go somewhere else? I'm not sure. So we're here, at the park. Everyone's gathered around. And we're playing as, I guess, Franz. Interestingly enough. Any interesting items? We have, well, we have the cafe food, I guess. I guess we have all the stuff that we normally have, that we have on Abigail. I don't know why. Either Abigail gave it all to Franz, or maybe the developer didn't really have the oversight to remove those items, you know, because why bother? Whatever, it doesn't really matter. Which is understandable. I guess, I don't know, can we talk to these people? This part's so refreshing. I'm glad Abigail Fortune does show up here, so we'll have experiences. I think they say the same thing, yeah. Yay! The lady with the cool name is coming tonight! Did you enjoy your adventure? The events that have taken place here this week. I feel like they will not be the end. Of course, they were not the beginning either. There was the night before the red, and there will certainly be another one after it. Well, I suppose I'll wait and see how that woman will strike the world next. Is that you? The developer? Because before the red is the name of the comic, you know, of the I guess the prequel? I guess you call it prequel, or like forestory, I think that's what you call it. Or backstory, I don't know. Something. It's a comic, basically, about the game before this happened. I guess to progress, we talk to the lady cop. So I don't want to do that yet, though. I want to see if anyone says anything interesting. Hello again, good job. Thanks. Nice party. Sybil Spin. I hope you reached a good ending, dearie. Oh, this is it. This is the good ending, I assume. Oh, it's you, kid. You know, after my headache stopped earlier, I've been enjoying this town a lot more. I guess that's when the fairy left. Oh, Mr. Franz, I thought you may want to know, my mother's already feeling better. Apparently, she just started feeling better earlier today. Well, she's still feeling fairly weak, but the worst is over. I hope I can enjoy the festival in her stead, too. Can't talk to you, no? Slime girl? Slurp?
Good evening. This festival is really lively and cute, don't you think? Even if Miss Fortune doesn't show up, I'm sure I'll have a great time. Ta-da! Well, that's not entirely true. But everything is so nice here.
Hmm? Franz? Are you worried about grandfather? About what'd happen if he found you? Franz? It's okay, Mom. He's not coming. There was a lot of stuff and my head feels hazy, but I know what happened. All of the truth. Franz, did something happen? You could say that. Grandfather was not a great person, was he? No, he wasn't. The people of the Ditmar family, most of them were terrible and selfish. And a lot of people have died because of their greed. Thomas, his mother, and many others I don't even know about. But none of this is your fault, okay? You don't have to do anything for the mistakes we've made. But you and Dad, you were only doing what you thought was right, right? I'm sorry, a lot of stuff happened today. It's okay. We can talk later when we're alone. Yeah, that would be nice. I'll be waiting. No, that's our mom. Oh, and that's the blonde boy. Think about stuff. Seems like my headache is gone. Nice. Oh, good for you. Still busy. You're still running in place. What are you doing? I don't understand. Are you alone? You can join us if you want. There's the Taurus. The other Taurus, anyway. Hi again. I can't talk to you. What about you? No? I can't seem to interact. I can't interact with everybody, it seems. It's surprisingly warm to be September. I guess they say the same thing. Don't push yourself. Don't cause mischief. I won't. My Franz, I heard you'll be holding a speech tonight. I'm proud of you, my boy. You make me proud to be your teacher. Yes, they don't really know everything else that's happened. Evening. Like kind stuff. Like, where's that reporter? The one who was always hanging with you? I wish she would have told me where to get that really amazing coat. Nice evening. Hiya. There's a cameraman and an actual reporter. I don't know. Can I leave? No, you cannot. You cannot. Alright. I guess that's it. I'll talk to you, Morgan. I'm sorry this late, and Albert Ditmar is nowhere to be seen. Christ, this is bad. Is Abigail Fortune gonna show up? Alright. You finally woken up. I was informed you could perform the opening speech on your grandfather's behalf. Are you ready? Sure. Yes. Good. Take the box with you and we can start as well. Alright. May I have everyone's attention, please? My name is Franz Ditmar. I will be performing the opening speech on behalf of my grandfather, who cannot attend due to personal circumstances. That being said, I don't have a speech prepared myself. Let's see. During the course of this week, a lot has happened here. Most of you probably know of Abigail Fortune's, the famous thief's arrival. To be fair, she's probably the reason most of you came here, but I've learned many other things about this town just during this 1 week. It is a little difficult to explain, but this week has made me understand this town a little better, I suppose. In any case, I'll keep this short and end this speech here. I welcome you all to Routberg, and I hope you have fun at the festival. Now I just have to take out the statue and, Nani? Huh? Is something wrong? What? This is one of the marble decorations from our living room. Are you kidding me?
Could it be?
Everyone, get moving! We need to find Fortune right now!
Ladies and gentlemen, are you having fun on this fine evening?
It's her! It's Abigail Fortune! Yay! Hooray! We love you, Abigail. Miss Fortune, Miss Fortune. Look over here! Fortune? You son of a... Up! Meh. Cynthia! Did you miss me? Not one bit!
Oh, honey, don't say that.
I'm not your honey, you son of a bitch!
Fortune.
Wow. I'll be arresting you tonight.
Oh, Pops, be careful, will ya?
You wouldn't want to break this. The statue!
Now hold your horses. Listen up, people of Rotberg. From this moment onwards, your Scarlet Fairy is mine. Thus, I would like to congratulate you on your newly found freedom. You no longer have a single excuse to stay cooped up in a place like this for the rest of your lives. What's the fun in that anyway? This false sense of security has deceived you for long enough. And that is your true, greatest treasure. And with the Scarlet Fairy, I've stolen that from you too. Franz. Huh? I'll leave the rest to you. Adieu. See you later, Pops and Cynthia. Damn it, we can't let her get away. Chase her. Don't let her leave your sights. Finally, it's mine. Miss Fortune? What? Franz? Thank you. I'll never forget you. Take care. Looks like you're gonna do just fine. Haha. Good riddance, Rotberg. And there she goes. And these are the credits, I think. Alright. It's a bit of a... Again, I said this before, but it was a bit tedious to get all of the endings. But we finally did it. And the conclusion of this story. Alright. Oh. I don't know what else to say other than the fact that I enjoyed it. I guess the only critical thing I would say about this game, you know, is the fact that the RPG battle system, I feel like it's serviceable, right? But it's like it wasn't necessary for the game, you know. It didn't need it to be a RPG, or at least if it was an RPG, at least it didn't need to be like a standard RPG, right? They could have added something else. I'm not sure what they would add, but something, right? I mentioned, I suggested stealth mechanics instead, or something related to her, like Abigail, like the character, right? Related to the character's profession instead of just an arbitrary RPG system. But other than that, I loved it. I loved the game, right? I love the art style. I love the bad ends too, as morbid as that is. I loved how shocking and contrasting it is to have those brutal bad endings, because it makes the good ending even better, I think. But yeah, our story ends here, at least for now, for Abigail Fortune. In the end, Albert Ditmar was found sitting in his office, slumped over his desk, unmoving. The doctors in town concluded he died of natural causes
due to his old age and lack of any evidence of foul play. His staff from the museum and the Ditmar estate also disappeared overnight, as if they had never even existed. The townspeople arranged a grand funeral for him to pay respects and to end the era of the Ditmar family for good. With the fairy now gone, the town's begun to modernize little by little. Need for news services brings need for more news services, and soon Rotberg too will be no different from any other countryside town in southern Germany. How dull. A Ditmar boy? He's probably just a normal high school student these days. He was probably reunited with his mother too, but frankly, who cares about that? The only thing I want to know is what is next in the plans for her. Told you you heard from me in a few months. No thanks to you. You gave Cynthia and Pops info about my plans before I had even started. I fucking hate you, you dirty bitch. Anyway, can you dig up some info for me? A possible next target? I just feel like I'm on a roll, okay? And besides, the Rotberg thing was to make up for the summer heist. Azure dreams. Azure dreams. That's all I currently have. Find the rest, and you can help me get it. What? You desire my help with this? Well, having a sidekick wouldn't hurt. And I hear you've been short on jobs lately, so why not join me in the action? I hear it's in Paris anyway. Alright. Why not? I'll call you once I know more of this Azure dreams. See you in a few months, Fortune. See you in a few months, Maria. To be continued. Hopefully. Oh, and here's a bonus room. There's a little bit more we can explore. Hi, and welcome to the bonus room. Since you beat the game all the way through, this will be your bona fide prize. Find character profiles, art galleries, and other cool stuff. Hooray. Oh, and here's the little profile. I guess the picture's blurry because it's like she's mysterious and nobody can catch her and all that stuff. Oh, she speaks English, French, Japanese, and German. Wanted by many countries, and reward for capture, a lot of money. Albert Ditmar, age 163. I guess he was using the fairy power to stay alive. So yeah, he did die of natural causes. I guess he was healed by the fairy, but you know, since he was using the fairy's power in the first place to stay alive, once it's gone, he died. Cunning, vicious, and willing to sacrifice anything for his own satisfaction and happiness, has dedicated his life to the Scarlet Fairy. Neil Morgan, 35. He has a family, a chief inspector for Interpol and the boss of Inspector Macefield at the Fortune unit. Prideful, handsome, and a member of a rich, highly regarded family, or rather, a member of a rich, highly regarded family of mages, physically extremely fit. Moved to London to pursue a career in the ICPO. Here's the Scarlet Fairy. Ilse well, again, I'm bad with names. Ilse de Heinlerin? I don't know. And she was 13. Oh, I guess she did die. That's too bad. And I was hoping that she would just fade into, like, maybe to another existence, you know, maybe go back to being a human somewhere, but I guess not. She just simply died. faded away. I guess she was just a soul, I guess. Yeah, the soul within the statue. Originally a poor peasant, she was adopted by Count von Dittmar, whom her powers as a healer which were revealed. Before she was killed by a disease that was slowly rotting her body, her soul and some of her blood were transferred into a crystal statue that bound her to the mortal world as a great sense of responsibility. And here's Cynthia Masefield, the Abigail's love interest, I guess. Mother, father, younger brother. An inspector for Interpol and one of the people in charge of the Fortune unit, the Magical Crimes Department. Easy to anger and always highly determined. Takes her work extremely seriously. There's Franz. Mother, grandfather, deceased father. Well, deceased grandfather as well now. Albert Dittmar's grandson, a very timid boy who dislikes the attention he gets and tries to direct it away from himself as much as he can. Thus, he doesn't have any friends. He's surprisingly smart and level-headed, but also a very emotional young man. Alright. Encyclopedias. Oh, well, let's just read it, okay? The Mask of Thalia. Mask of Eternal Smile plastered upon it. Made with during the Italian Renaissance, an image of the Muse of Comedy. The mask was owned by a rich family in New Zealand until the late 1950s. Eventually stolen but rediscovered. Some recognized trademark mask. I guess is the default mask we see in her official art, I guess. Yeah, so on the hands and feet, incredible strength. Even used to soften falls from up to hundreds of feet. Okay, I guess, yeah, that's what she uses to like jump around, I guess. The Mask of Venus, an image of the morning sun during the golden age of alchemy. Those the wearer's hand in corrosive substance, similar to acid, melts away most things. You know, burns away, or rather, many inexperienced mages have burned themselves. You know, controlling the mask is pretty hard. Disappeared, but it resurfaced when she, well, I guess she took it. And then the Plague Doctor mask. I think we briefly saw this in when she used to heal the Scarlet Fairy, the Healer Witch. Most physical injuries from cuts to broken bones. However, the mask cannot be used to regrow or remove the organs. In a private museum in France until it was stolen. Mask and Sword of Sol Invictus. The dual set consisting of a mask and a sword made in tribute of the ancient sun god. Praise the sun. Because they're said the sun can only be truly wielded when wearing the mask. Without the mask, the sword is nothing more than a heavy, dull pile of metal and essentially useless. Properly used, the sword extremely sharp blade. It's really hot. And it was stolen by a thief known as Lady Luck. But then, stolen again, I guess, by Abigail Fortune. Lady Luck. Is that Abigail's predecessor? Or, not predecessor, ancestor, I think, maybe. Anyway. Gauntlets. Astronaut Braun. I guess Neil Morgan, we saw him briefly use like a bunch of big old gauntlets. Lightning and Thunder. Modified. Very powerful and heavy. Requires a lot of strength, but very powerful. Horace and Daniel 458 custom lariat model. I guess it's a gun. Or rather, oh, it's not a gun. Actually, I thought it was a gun. It sounded like a gun anyway, from the name. But they're handcuffs. Have a turn that can reach up to 10 meters and can be pulled back from under 4 seconds. The cuffs and chain are made from magically reinforced metals. Very tough. Alright, so she has literally handcuffs for weapons. Interesting. We never actually see them in action though. I really hope there's a sequel to this, you know, so that we get to see more of Neil and was it Morgan and Cynthia, I guess, yeah. And these are the light butterflies from the Scarlet Fairy. Not very powerful. And then these were the ones corrupted. Not controlled, but will attack anyone. Bloodlust. Dittmar goons, clones of deceased Monica Dittmar. Do not have memories of the original one, but they have the personalities and emotions. But they're easily manipulated by Albert himself. They're affected by the fairy's power. keep standing even if their major organs are heavily damaged. These clones are not truly alive, but more like high-functioning zombies. The Margoons are made corrupted by spirit. These beings have broken minds and function purely on instinct, and pieces of the memory of the original Monica Ditmar. Due to corruption of Mary's power, the body of these clones cannot keep themselves together properly, slowly falling apart. Highly aggressive and attacks anyone. Alright. And yeah, I guess that's it. Interested in more AF? Or Abigail Fortune? Yeah, check out the comic, yeah. I think I don't know if I'll record myself reading it. I don't know if there's, like, have people done that before? Like, recording themselves reading a comic? I don't know. But it seems relevant, so I might, actually make a video on that, maybe. Creative comments. Read about the various things behind the creation of the game, Abigail herself. Oh, sure. Various Incarnation was created back in May 2013 when the Toho game, Toho Plus Massacre, came out. Inspired by a new character, Hata no Pokoro. Used various masks. Abigail Fortune, an investigative journalist, blogger, traveled in search of supernatural incidents, collection of magical masks, inherited by her grandmother. But the character was abandoned, but then I used a new protagonist, or at least in this new project. Ariel became Abigail. Interesting. Games creation. Christmas 2014, demo version Pumpkin Panic. Good looking, so I make my own RPG Maker game. I see a lot of green jacket Lupin III. First series process of Christmas. Idea of a gentleman phantom thief, yeah. It's a famous anime. So no, it wasn't Persona 4, unfortunately. Yeah, I guess Persona 4, I said Persona 4, it's Persona 5. I guess Persona 5 also used that aesthetic. The whole, like, phantom thief thing. I never played Persona 5, though. And I avoided spoilers because I might play in the future, who knows, I don't know. I actually tried playing Persona 3 and 4 but never finished, to be honest, because, well, they're pretty long RPGs and, life gets in the way, so I ended up not completing them. But yeah, anyway. Again, on RPG Maker Ace, which I pirated because I didn't want to pay €60 for simple game making software. Well, I'm gonna be honest too, I'm playing this game free as well, even though it is free, but you can pay what you want basically on itch.io, and it's usually a good idea to throw some money their way for making a good game. And well, to be honest, I don't have any extra cash lying around, so but hey, maybe in the future I'll send some bucks to the developer if I have some extra money. I don't know. At the moment I don't, so anyway. I eventually made the switch to MV because the possibility to easily port my game to Mac and launch it was fancy enough. Because the pirated version was already giving me a trouble. Remember kids, pirating software is a bitch. I try not to, try not to pirate stuff. That's why I'm playing most of the games I play are free, so anyway. Abigail, inspirations. Well, the initial inspiration behind the creation of Ariel was Hata no Kokoro, and then Lupin III, Bayonetta, Nathan Drake. Nathan Drake, I guess, from what was it? From that what's it called? The game series? So, I forgot. It's pretty popular though. I don't know why I can't remember what it was. Well, it's. I guess I can't remember. You probably know what Nathan Drake or who Nathan Drake is from. I'll probably remember it later, but yeah. Anyway, and Theobald Leonhardt from Light. Yeah, Light. I know that game as well. I think the last one is the most apparent in some design choices, maybe. I didn't want Abigail to be like other female thieves who tend to follow the seductive cat burglar trope. So she became outgoing, adventurous, mischievous, loud, showy, and somewhat foul-mouthed, combat thirsty, and most importantly, an asshole in a nice guy's clothes. More of a Lupin III-like thief. Still feminine and stylish, but she's a mix of character types. Very unique, I think. Unique character. I like her. Fairy, inspirations. Great Deal was inspired with the witch's house. Oh, the witch's house. You know, again, I can't stand horror. Well, like I appreciate horror games, but playing them myself, especially with jump scares, I just can't do it. You know, and I know about Witch's House. In fact, I watched someone else play Witch's House. So yeah. Anyway, inspired by Witch's House and the first Light game. The idea for the fairy being a witch, rotten limbs definitely came from Ellen. The first design had her completely limbless, with only bloody stumps remaining in her corrupted form. Ended up changing her design, ended up even more terrifying. Hopefully. Well, I found it pretty scary. The idea for a small isolated town came from Light 1. The ideas from Abigail's design, initial design, still exists online. Interesting. I have no memory of where the butterfly motif came naturally. Like a lot of things, when you're trying to be creative, it just comes naturally, I guess. And a bonus fact, Els and Albert were supposed to share some skills, but I realized the way they use the same power, as well as the people, are quite different, so the idea was abandoned. Interesting. Playtesting. I came to the playtest game and enlisted the help of my friend, followed and played through the game, find some bugs, to find the weirdest bugs. Well, most of the bugs and errors I found were just collision errors on tiles, wrong portraits, and other typos. There are some that were exceptional. It was a disaster that would crash the game whenever you press Z at random times. Oh, that sounds pretty bad. Remaking the distribution package file 1,000 times, uploading the zip file into two separate cloud sites like 7 times. Turned out the name of the image file in the game's folder had the wrong kind of dash symbol. Oops. Another story is Cutscenes Chapter 2. Harper works in the lounge, whereas Abigail apparently stuck in the wrong set of graphics that loaded Albert. And they just happened to be his Chapter 5 graphics. Some of the individual sprite images are arranged in the image file. The walking animation that ensued looked like Albert was dying repeatedly and dragging himself across the floor. When you think about it, that's actually pretty terrifying. Got a good laugh out of it. Never got to see the damn bug myself. Oh, too bad. Alright. Yeah, so we get a little gallery, I think. Chapter 1 and 2 gallery, okay. Whee! Look at all these pictures that I'm probably gonna use as my thumbnail for my YouTube videos. So it's good to have like, oh, accidentally, I didn't mean to, wow! I didn't mean to press it again. Check this gallery. Just go through it pretty quickly. Ah, bleh. Yay, Abigail. Anyway. Smooch. Yay, anyway. And what about this? Warning, the following bonus room will contain bonus material related to the bad endings of the game. If you haven't experienced the endings for yourself and don't want to avoid spoilers, don't enter. Well, I have experienced bad endings. Well, actually, can I go on to left or right, actually? Can I go back? No, I actually don't want to go back. Okay. Let's save, I guess. Just in case. Alright, I think I interacted with everything in this room. Let's go here, I guess. Bad endings, though. Hello? Okay, oh yeah. This is from the first bad ending. His mind taken over by the corrupted power of the Scarlet Fairy. The spirits before him, a soul free of remorse, compassion, and weakness. He got what he wanted, in a very twisted way, I guess. Found his place. Bad ending 1. Pretty horrific. Ugh. And here's the Scarlet Fairy. The witch, her spirit corrupted by years of malice and blood sacrifice from the Dittmar family. While her healing power still works to an extent, her power is warped and generates flesh monsters that attack any person. She herself is consumed by an all-encompassing bloodlust and desire for revenge. Ooh. Bad ending 2 gallery? I guess so. Didn't see much of that. Just him being destroyed. Franz being destroyed by Scarlet Fairy. Ooh. I guess the Scarlet Fairy wanted to, you know, like kill the Dittmar family, and well, Franz is Dittmar, therefore he got killed. Unfortunate. And this is probably the least, like, I guess, least horrible bad end. She just slashes the Scarlet Fairy. She didn't get what she wanted in the end, but you know, nobody important died, I guess. Well, Albert, I guess, died, but he dies anyway, so I don't know. It's an okay ending, or rather, well, it's a bad ending, but like the conclusion was like neutral, I guess. Bit of like a neutral end, you could say. But anyway, I guess that's it. We can't go left or right, so that's it for the bonus stuff. Let me save again. I don't know why. Again, chronic saving syndrome. You just have a habit of doing it when you play like games that can let you save a lot, or don't have auto saves anyway. Let's return to the title screen, and I guess if there's nothing else to do, I guess that's it for Abigail Fortune and the Scarlet Fairy. And until next time, see you then.